It is a rainy old Thursday morning, and I think because of the pressure drop, my head isn't liking it very much. I've been dealing with neck pain and like tension and headache like all morning. Luckily no migraine. I've been taking my pills, so hopefully we survive. But I'm just having a slow morning, having a cup of coffee, and I have been working on uploading last week's vlog and answering emails. I'm actually about to send off a very weighty email, which is pretty cool, pretty exciting. And send. Oh, there she blows. It's been a few hours. I'm up. I got dressed, but I really haven't been doing anything. I went ahead and got the video up and ready to go, and I made a little Instagram post to celebrate the odds being out for a month today. But I got a package in, and I've been waiting so long for this. The past like 3 years, I have been, you know, a huge promoter of cerebral spine alignment. Well, I've been using this just random box. I just sit it like this or sit it like this, depending on how high or low the table is, and prop my laptop up on it to work. And when I go to my friend's house or when I write at coffee shops, I have to take this with me, and it's just like a big bulky box. So I saw this adjustable portable laptop riser, and I got this cutesy little rose gold pinky one. And that looks so much nicer than this ugly old raggedy box. I'm just in love. Good morning. I'm feeling much better today. The headache has subsided. It's still rainy outside, but once my head kind of gets used to the pressure change, then it can rain all day and it's totally fine. But I made a pumpkin spice cup of coffee, and I am going to get into chapter 26 right now, which is kind of a big deal of a chapter. I'm kind of doing like a false climax here. Like my main character thinks this is like the thing he's been waiting for, right? So I have to make it like very intense. Like granted, I have to keep reminding myself this is a first draft. It's okay if it's messy because it's gonna be messy. I don't know, I feel like I'm putting pressure on myself because it is such a huge monumental chapter in the book. Also, the outline for this is pretty sparse. All I have is one massive paragraph that's a page long for what's gonna happen in this whole chapter. Gonna be playing with dialogue, see where that takes me, messing around a little bit, and we'll see what we get. I'm interrupting my own regularly scheduled programming because I just got an email and I think I just got paid. My last advance payment in my deal with Scholastic was due when the odds was published, and for whatever reason they were late on the payment. Exactly 1 month and 1 day late, which is the latest I've ever had to wait for a payment. Most of them happen either a week before the due date or exactly on. So, you know, I know some people's payment schedules in traditionally publishing are very late, but my agent was like really on it. She's like, where's our money? But I'm gonna check my banking app and see if she's really there. Okay, she's there. She's there. Yeah, my bank account normally doesn't look like this, so it's shocking when it does. All that being said, this is the first time I've been paid this entire year. I mean, besides like the coins that I get from YouTube AdSense, it's October 20th, and this is my first paycheck of the entire year. Granted, it's a chunk of money, so it's not the worst thing. But when you do Trap Pub, you gotta remember that you get paid only a couple times a year, depending on your contracts and how many contracts you got going. So you really have to do some planning. This is very exciting though, because my goal for this year, like a personal life goal, was that I wanted to start a house saving fund so me and my husband can get our own place and have some land and, you know, our own swamp and a place where we can come home after terrorizing the local villagers. And now I'll be able to allocate a little bit of money into that savings fund, which has just been sitting there empty all year. just finished chapter 26 and I still have some like little placeholders in there where I'm like, bridge this conversation, or like, you know, like lead into the scene from this scene. So there are a couple parts that still need fleshed out in draft 2, but I'm really, really happy with this. I thought of something while I was just writing. I thought of something that would just add the like, the best little bit of creepy atmosphere that's such like a sideline thing. But as I was writing it, I was like, oh, this scares me. I am so happy about that little tidbit I added in there, and I just like, I'm excited. I'm excited because like, okay, what I'm actually writing, like what's going on the page is utter crap. It's so bad, but I'm just getting the main story beat out there, and all of the little things, like all of the atmosphere pieces and all of the emotional beats, I'm just kind of writing in as like, this is what my character would have as an emotional beat here, or this is the atmosphere that I want to have in the description here. I want to like read you a little bit of this first draft just so you guys can understand when I say this is like a glorified outline, I'm actually being serious. But I have to find a spot that's not spoilery because this is like deep into the third act. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. I've zoomed in and I'm leaving it just how it is, typos and all, so you can really see. Okay, so it's very zoomed in because I just want to focus on this one little paragraph. So this is a paragraph of kind of like a precursor for a description of a room that I will be adding in much later. So you see that, you know, they all look at Casey before following. Casey's my main character. She leads them back through a small door in the back of a chamber. First of all, I'm not gonna have back and back. First drafty, right? The back of a chamber into a dimly light workshop. She will have baby pictures of Casey up on the wall, a work table, bins of doll making material, a bed shoved up against the corner, gas, lamps, and candling hissing from the walls, even a few of Aunt Jacqueline spelled wrong, Addison, and a tiny baby loaf that must be Sophie, a bunch of dolls on wall and shelf. So like this is what my first drafts actually look like. When I say I write kindergarten sentences, fragmented sentences, whatever, I'm literally just telling myself what to actually write in the next draft. That's what this whole thing looks like. So if you ever feel bad about the quality of your first draft, I hope that made you feel better. I'm gonna take a break. I'm getting ready for my workout, setting up the living room. I've just been having a wonderful conversation with my critique partner, Lainey, all morning. She just finished listening to the audiobook of The Odds, which I have not gotten to listen to yet, and I'm just so excited to. I just heard from everyone that the audiobook narrator is incredible, but I remember her audition just being like next level and so good. So I am just so pumped to get to see what she did with all of the voices, and Lainey was just squealing over it because she's like, this is so good, like blah blah blah. So yeah, that was like a really fun way to kind of end off my morning. Although I shouldn't have told her I just got paid because she is a Libra and she was already giving me a bunch of things to look at to buy. She was like, you need some new bookish sweatshirts. The woes of having a Libra friend. Anyway, it's a really beautiful rainy day out here. So I just want to sit out here, but I need to go in and get my workout done and then get back to work, I guess. Look at these trees. Look at this familiar. Hey baby girl. This is Gourd. We call her Gourd because she's tortoiseshell and she kind of looks like a smashed pumpkin. Oh my god. That is like radioactive orange.
Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me for a little bit. So far this year, January has been my best. Been a little bit let down maybe because there is like an
He gritted his teeth as little by little he dragged himself through the open window before collapsing in a heap on the carpet.
The audiobook is phenomenal. So if this book sounds good to you, like please do read it.
So I've had my dinner, or lunch I guess, and I've showered, and it's just too pretty of a gloomy fall day to not be outside. So I came out here with my new little laptop riser and I'm gonna start looking over my next scene. I am about to run to the library. I have a hold in for Daka Hammond's new middle grade horror, The Nightmare King, and I'm so excited for it. If you have not read Hide and Seeker and you like middle grade horror, I don't know what else to tell you. It is the scariest middle grade horror I've ever read, and it's so good. And I have been anxiously awaiting her next book. And of course, the moment I decide to leave, it gets extra rainy. But I'm probably done working for the night. I got a good amount into chapter 26. It's kind of the Dark Night of the Soul chapter. There's an argument between a bunch of the kids and some, you know, sad / bad things happen. But mainly it's pretty dialogue heavy, so it was able to flow quite nicely. And yeah, I'm really happy with my progress today, and I am just ready to chill and read the rest of the night. I'm at the library, I picked up my book. Look how deliciously scary this cover is. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I feel like if my middle grade horror ever gets picked up, I'm gonna be like, whoever you got doing Daka Hammond's books, this is what I want for mine. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her. She's beautiful. What the heck? How dare you be so talented and beautiful at the same time? But yeah, she's a fellow Scholastic author. Go support her, read Hide and Seeker if you haven't already, and pick this one up too.
Hey everyone, it's Lindsay and welcome back to my channel.
Happy Halloween! So I've actually been pretty hard at work this morning, so much so that I haven't even updated you, which is probably a good thing. I got all my comments done before 8 a.m. this morning, and then I prepared the package that I gotta ship out for the annotated copy giveaway. And then at 9 a.m., man, right away, I was already working on Bitter Bones. I got one chapter finished, and then I moved right into the next one, and that's the one that I'm actually about to do another sprint on right now. And this one is so fun. Like, I'm excited to write this. This is kind of where my main character is starting to realize that something more is going on than what he previously thought. And I'm hoping for the reader too, this is where they're starting to be like, what the heck? You know what I mean? And I'm really excited to write it. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm such a mystery plot lover that when I get to start revealing things, I'm just like, that's what this has all been about. I also went ahead and completed the first draft of the final Spooky Doll profile excerpt. If you didn't know, I'm popping in little excerpts of these doll profiles in between certain chapters. And this is the biggest and the spookiest one, and I like how I elaborated on what I had for this doll incident story. It's very spooky and fun and like creepypasta, no sleep Reddit type situation where it's just like the internet gets the idea of the story and it runs rampant. That's kind of what this one is. And yeah, so I'm gonna dive back into my reveal chapter, but apparently someone wants my undivided attention. Good morning. It is bright and early on this lovely Tuesday morning, 7:30 a.m. I am actually about to hop on a Zoom call with a classroom. A middle school picked my book as their October book club, and that is just the sweetest thing ever. So I'm gonna get on there and I get to talk with the kids this morning. Yeah, I'm excited. I love talking to the kids. It's one of the best parts of all of this, especially the kids that want to be writers themselves and all their little questions. It's wonderful. I just finished. I always feel like a high when I get done doing these types of things. Gosh, the kids, like every time I do an event with kids, it just like, they're so smart and they're so passionate and they ask such good questions, and it just makes me feel so grateful to be here and be able to do this. And like, oh my gosh, like the fact that this is my life, I don't know guys, I feel a little emotional right now. But I feel very sticky and sweaty because I always just get like when I'm on these types of things. But I think I am gonna ship out some little book plates for the kids because some really great sponsor at the school offered to buy all of the children their own copy, so the whole classroom got their own individual books. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna send them little sticker signed book plates so they all can have their books signed. And yeah, I don't know. What a great morning.
The old woman pulled her cardigan closer around herself, shivering so hard she convulsed. Helena, of course, did not feel the chill. This bleak thread was always there for Gaia to see. Yes, but make no mistake, Helena. This is a choice you'll make.
So I got all the book plates signed, and the rest of the morning I have spent editing this vlog. But I'm finally sitting down to write, and I got an email from NaNoWriMo, like the official site, and I was like, oh, that is coming up soon. I should look and see if they're doing any local write-ins. And you guys, I got on their website for like the first time in forever, and look what I saw. Look! It's the Odd Book. Oh my gosh. Started November 2019. Oh my gosh. I didn't even have a book deal yet. Like, I'm pretty sure I was just still querying the Glass Witch at this point. But anyway, I found out in downtown Dayton, there is gonna be a write-in at a cat cafe. So I'm gonna try not to get distracted by that and finally get on a little bit of writing. I just checked my word count and I have hit exactly 1,000 words for chapter 29, and it's complete. And oh boy, is this one a mess. Given that my character has now gotten a few reveals and is rethinking about some things, he's looking into some old things he might have overlooked. The way that I have it written right now, the motivation for doing that is not strong enough. I can already hear my critique partners being like, why would he even do that? And good point, because how I have it written, it's not strong enough of a reason. But guess what? That's a problem for draft 2, Lindsay. But also in this sprint, I finally hit the 40,000 word mark. I'm officially at 40,179 words. Oh boy, it's a real book. Since I finished that chapter, let's go ahead and fill in the next little square in my tracker. I'm thinking now that we are in the single digits for how many chapters left that I need to do, maybe my next vlog, the whole thing will be me just finishing my first draft. This will be the first horror novel I've completed, my first novel that I've completed since August of 2021. It's been that long since I finished a first draft of a book. Yeah, I'm so excited. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one with the completed horror middle grade novel. Bye!